Check this out. Look at that view. Look at that. Look at that. It's nice. It's cool. It is so cool today. Nice and cool. And I'm not walking. I injured my groin. Oh my gosh, I injured my groin. Let's talk about the problems that Ricardo has. First of all, this is pretty weird, but I injured my shoulder, my right shoulder, about 2 weeks ago. It's been bothering me for about 2 weeks. So I have not been lifting for a week. For about 1 week, I figured I'd take off, and it got a little worse. I haven't been lifting. I have been going to the gym. I slacked off eating so good, but I had some sweet the other day. Some sweet bread, and that was just ruined me. And then, but that's about it. And I haven't gained any weight or anything like that. So I'm at 240, 239. That's what I weigh on a constant basis. And I decided that while I was injured, I would walk more because my shoulder. Well, that backfired because I pulled my groin dancing. So I was dancing, country line dancing. No. Me and my wife went to the Long Hole Salon downtown Fort Worth, and we down there. We got a little skedaddle. We started dancing a little, right? And what's that noise? Okay. And we started dancing, and then I turned my wife. I think I dipped her, and I pulled my groin. And I stayed on the dance floor because it wasn't bothering me that bad. Anyway, now I have an injured shoulder. I have a pulled groin. But I did come to the park. I'm going to tell you why I came to the park this morning, okay? I came to the park for mentally. If I know I'm still coming here, then mentally I'm ready to, mentally I'm ready, right? And that way I always mentally get myself ready so my mind can keep on thinking, hey, he's always still going to the park, hey, get ready for that. Good morning. And that's one of the reasons why I showed up here. I did walk. I walked from my truck and then walked over there, but then I quit. So I did about a quarter of a lap, right, which was nothing. I decided to sit on this bench right here. Old bench. There's two benches right here. I always see this lady here every morning, and she's eating oatmeal, and she has her work, and she sits down and she does her work here. But she's not here today, so I decided to take her place. Okay, so let's talk about this. Operations, seizing operations. Oh, and I'm gonna tell you something. So yesterday I made $840. I made about $840 yesterday. Let me show you how I did that, okay? So it rained all day yesterday, and I had 2 jobs on the schedule, and I made $810. That's it. That's all I had on the schedule, okay? I'm going to explain how I did that. But I want to talk about another franchise that's been around for a while, calling it quits. So I got a Facebook instant message from a friend of mine called Daniel, and Daniel sent me an instant franchise message, and it said, hey, Ricardo, another local franchise called called Junk Luggers in Collin County has called it quit. And I'm like, wait a minute. I know those guys. I've talked to that guy before. That guy sent me jobs in the past. A long time ago, this guy sent me jobs. Good morning, Chicago's Junk and Haul stuff. What up? So I was like, wait a minute. I'm going to call this guy. And see what's going on. I'm going to call this guy. So after I heard that the Dallas junk removal service closed up in Collin County, and their franchise, I picked up the phone and I called them, and I talked to them. Golly, let me tell you this story. Guys, because I was so surprised that as a franchise that they don't give the franchisees leeway when the economy is slow. Indio, you want to hear this one? So anyway, I pick up the phone. I call my buddy who just closed this junk removal service, right? He closed his junk removal service. And I heard from another person he had closed his junk removal service. So it wasn't like he was hiding. He wasn't hiding it. I had just heard from someone else he had closed it, right? And I picked up the phone and I called him. I said, hey, brother, did you close up? And he goes, yeah, Ricardo, I sure did, man. You know, we were going 5 years strong and we called it quits. And I was just, whoa. What happened, dude? What's going on? He goes, man, you know, I'll be honest with you, brother. We never really got off the floor. Oh, let me move this camera. And made any money ever. And I was just like, oh, dude, what happened? This is what he told me. That from the start, he always knew he wanted to make money in junk removal. But he just couldn't get to the part where they made any profit. What's up, CB Junk Removal and Fence Repairs? Oh, what's up, Clinton? And I was like, what? So he tells me his story. He said, from day one, they always had sales. He said, and the franchisee does a really good job about sending them jobs, sending them leads, and you know, allowing them to make money. But in between that money, they were always picking dollars off of it. So he gave me this example. That about 3 months ago, they did this huge job. It was worth $8,000, and they did the job. And out of the $8,000, after everything was paid and all the franchise pays, he said that month was so bad that they only did like 6 or 7 jobs a whole month. And I'm like, okay, I understand that because it's slow for me. And he said, yeah, but off that one job, after everything was paid, we made $8,000. Off that one job, Ricardo, we made $700. I was like, what? He goes, I was so behind on the franchise fees. I was so behind on the marketing. I was so behind on paying my employees. I was so behind at my bank account that catching up after those $8,000, all it did was put me in the red. And I was like, what? He goes, wait a minute, you made $8,000. He goes, well, listen, we were doing bad. We were doing really, really bad. We weren't in the green. We were in the red the whole time. I got this big old job. And instead of being really, really in the red, we got over to the red where we were almost in the black. And I said, holy cow. I said, so it didn't dig you out? He goes, no, but it gave me some more room to keep on going. And we kept on going. And I was like, well, sir, I said, dude, I am so sorry. He goes, yeah, even the truck's not even, after 5 years, the truck needs 1 more year to be paid off. So he waited and he talked to the franchisee and he said, he said, hey, my truck needs about 9 more months to be paid for. I'm going to call it quits. Do you want the truck back? He said, yeah. So they returned it. They're going to resell the franchise. And I was like, dang, they don't even care. He goes, nah, dude, I was with that company for 5 years and they don't even care, man. It's just move on to someone else. Isn't that crazy? That you put 5 years of your life into a business and the people that helped you start that business don't even care. They didn't want to decrease his franchise fees. They didn't want to decrease his marketing. Okay, so this is another thing that I didn't understand. Like, he was telling me that every month they would spend over $2,500 on Google ads. They would spend over $1,000 on Facebook. And then they were paying their SEO company $2,000 just to keep them ranked anywhere. Just, I guess that. And I said to him, I said, okay, so you're paying, let me get this right. You're paying $2,000, $2,500 in Google ads, another $1,000 in Facebook. That's $3,500. And then you're paying another $2,000 a month just for SEO? So let me do this right. 25 plus $1,000, that's 35 plus $2,000 out. That's $5,500. He goes, and with the $5,500, Ricardo, don't forget I had a $1,000 truck payment. Okay, that's 65. He goes, and then I had an $800 insurance. And I was like, 65, that's 70. Wait, that's $7,300. I said, are you telling me that every month you were out $7,300? And he goes, yeah, but there's so many more other fees, such as dump fees. You know, I was like, okay, I understand. He goes, and I haven't thrown in, after the $7,300, Ricardo, I haven't thrown in the franchise fees. And I was like, well, you could just stop right there. I didn't even want to ask him. He goes, every month we were in the red. We were just losing money. He said he got to a point that this year he took money out of his 401k and to help pay off some of the bills at home. And I was like, dude, once you get there, that's it. When this is your savior, when this business is your savior, and you're going into to get money from somewhere else to pay for it, dude, that's the problem right there. That's a big time problem. I told the guy I apologized and everything was that. He goes, you know, how's your business doing? I said, no, my business is slow. Now, I will tell you this. I'm not going to lie to you. The last 14 days, I have been busy. Not Ricardo busy, just busier. Yesterday, for instance, and I was talking to him about this. I said, well, today, you know, because I talked to this guy yesterday. I said, I have 2 jobs on the schedule. They're pretty big size. He goes, you know what, Ricardo, you're so lucky. I said, why is that? Because you have all this social media. You have all the people on YouTube. People know who you are. And not only that, you have all these commercial contracts. And I said, yeah. Well, you know, he goes, you know, we build up. We have about 3 commercial contracts. And we built it up that in 5 years, you know, they're normal reoccurring customers. And I said, I understand that. He goes, he said, how many do you have commercial? I said, and dude, in the last 17 years, I have about 15 to 18 commercial contracts. He goes, how much do you rely on them? I said, I rely on them every day. As a matter of fact, yesterday's 2 jobs that I had on the schedule were commercial contracts. I made $840. Yeah. See, guys, I was only busy because these are reoccurring customers. That's the only reason I was busy. But something good did come out of this. I will tell you something good came out of this. So are you ready for this one, Nick? You're going to love this. I asked him yesterday, I said, wait a minute, who did you have commercial contracts with? He goes, well, they're not really contracts. They were just reoccurring customers. I said, so who was? He goes, well, Ricardo, we work with this company. They're a construction company, but they don't do construction. And I was like, I don't understand. He goes, well, they go to construction sites and they set up these porta potties, right? These porta potties and these trash cans, and we go remove all the trash from the trash cans. And sometimes they have overflow bins, and we clean up the bins, and they set up all around town. And I'm like, oh, okay. I said, what's up with that? He goes, well, I haven't told them that we're going to go. I was hoping to avoid them. I said, hey, where are they? He goes, they're in Aubrey, Texas. And I said, well, dude, guess what? My son, Maddie, takes care of Aubrey, Texas. Give it to me. He goes, oh, man. He goes, oh, my God, dude. You know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Yesterday, we got 3 commercial contracts because of this guy. 3 of them. He gave me their phone numbers. I'm going to start doing them. And here's how it's going to work. This is going to be great. Okay, one's an apartment complex. Okay, one's a real estate company. I don't want to mention them right now because we're going to just transfer them over. And this is how it's going to work. They're going to call him. Then he's going to call my son, Maddie, and Maddie's going to show up and do the job. And that's it. That's all that's going to happen. And as time goes, Maddie will just take over the business. And that way, the owners don't see the transfer of the business, right? That it's going to someone else. No, Maddie will just show up like he's an employee of this guy, right? And start removing the stuff. And as time goes, he'll just adapt to it. So one company goes out of business and another one gets his business. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. So let's get into the numbers of this business because this is the part y'all are waiting for. Damn. This Dallas company out of Collin County, by the way. Collin County, let me just tell you, there's Dallas is here. Fort Worth is here. Collin County is like over here, okay? Collin County has Frisco, Salina, Texas, Prosper, all the rich people, all the people rich, and probably some hillbillies live out there too. So let's talk about the numbers, and I'm going to try to remember, so don't give me shit about this, all right? I'm always off on these numbers, okay? He has 2 trucks, okay, 2 trucks. He is a franchise owner. He's out of Collin County. They cease operations. He's returning one of the trucks by the end of this week, he said. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, guys. This is what he was doing, okay? Here we go. In 2023, his 2 trucks managed $590,000. $590,000, dude. I was like, damn, that's a lot of cheese. Here we go. Are you ready? They had expenses. Okay, they had expenses over the 5. So he tells me this numbers, and I'm just like, damn, dude, what the fuck? Okay, his expenses on $590,000 were $405,000. Let me repeat that. 590. He was spending $405,000, and I was thinking, oh shit, wait a minute. He goes, yeah. So we weren't making that much money. I said, wait a minute. That's not that bad. That's not that bad, brother. I said, where? He goes, oh, those are the business expenses. Those aren't the franchising fees. I said, what? He goes, yeah. So Ricardo, I separate the business expenses and the franchising fees as separate things. And I said, well, but they're still expenses to the business. He goes, yeah. He goes, after the expenses of the business come out, we're not making any money. I was like, dang. I said, do you mind telling me? He goes, well, I'd rather not, because I'm still, I still have a contract with them, and they're letting me out of this thing. And I was just like, damn, dude, I understand, brother. So at my head, on the top of my head, $590,000, 400. There's over 405,000. So there's over, like, really easy doing the math. I'm thinking $190,000 in extra money out there, and $190,000 every year. The franchises is making $190,000 or something like that. It was not even enough to pay for his expenses at his home. He said he had more expenses at his home. He goes, Ricardo, I couldn't live off the $90,000. I might as well go work somewhere else. And I was just like blown away by that. I was like, damn, brother. That's a lot of cheese. A lot of queso, man. It's going through this guy's hands, man. It's amazing to me the expenses that some people have, man. $590,000 in sales, $405,000 in expenses. That is not including the franchise fees, which he couldn't tell me what it was, and I totally understand. He's still under contract with this company. But that means there was $190,000 unaccounted for. Either that was the profit, but he said he didn't make any money. He couldn't live off any money. So there is $190,000 in franchise fees. He did have 2 trucks, and per truck, each truck has a franchise fee to it, by the way. So every truck, because he picked up another like territory or some crap like that, he was telling me. And every truck is like a different character. Every truck is a different territory. I kind of didn't understand that part. And I was just like, damn, bro, that's a lot of cheese you're spending, Anyway, well, that's what he told me that, and I was just kind of caught off guard. I was just totally blown away by it, man. Totally blown away by it. Totally surprised about. Oh God, my leg hurts. About how much he was spending. Yep. Anyway, I want to go off and let y'all know that sometimes when it seems all shiny and you see those trucks pull up to you at the red light, some people have too many problems, man. They got too many bills. They're never really making any money anyway. Oh boy, another story. God, I hear all these stories from all these businesses all the time. It's crazy. I'm always hearing these stories. Man. So this one was yesterday's, and I called the guy yesterday, late in the night. And we talked for about a good 30 minutes. And this is the information I got. All right, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. Call it a day. Another franchise calls it quits. Dallas Junk Luggers out of Collin County is no more. See ya. I wouldn't want to be you, man. Another junk removal company has ceased operations in the DFW area. All right, I'll talk to you. By the way, on the way out of here, there's a sign that says Cowboy Junk Removal or something like that. Throw his props out there. Pretty sucks. See y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.